the thing that surprised us more than anything was the amount of success we had outside of England. You know, around the 90s when we were first starting, there were a lot of bands that were very, very big in England, but weren't really big outside of England or the UK. So it was really surprising for us to go to places like France and have a kind of equal level of success in places like France and Italy, as to what we were having in the UK. So that was what surprised us more than anything. But I certainly don't think we ever thought we'd get to the point where we could play stadium shows, or even headlining festivals, really, which was something we did probably 5 or 6 years ago now. So yeah, I think we always expected maybe some level of success, but not the extreme that we've actually had. We spent years in the early days playing in front of 5 or 10 people in small little pubs around Devon, and I think the first time we actually played to a big crowd was maybe at a festival or something in the early days. And that was when we realised that was what it was all about, seeing people jumping up and down, singing along to the songs, and that's something that sort of gives you your energy on stage as well. The more energetic a crowd are, the more energetic the band becomes. So that's the most important thing about a gig is the crowd reaction and the feeling that you're kind of creating something that is giving other people a lot of pleasure. The hardest part is obviously, when you're on tour, you have so many people that are surrounded by that surround you that are doing stuff for you, food or washing your clothes and things like that, and I go home with a big dirty suitcase and give it to my wife and go wash it. She's like, no, fuck off. Within this band, we are colleagues, I guess, in a sense, but the band was based on friendship, so it was very, very difficult to start with. But I think it's something we got over. It's something that I guess it was a role that we kind of had to grow into quite quickly, and it was a responsibility that we knew we had to take on when we decided to produce the album ourselves. So it kind of worked out okay, I think. A lot of people buy me football shirts, and I've got quite a collection at home of different football shirts from different parts of the world. Usually the international teams that the countries that we're playing in usually get gifts of football shirts from them. So I'd probably choose. I've got a 1972 Fender Jazz bass. I'd probably choose that. But to be honest, if I had the choice, I'd probably take a guitar with me actually. I've got a 1959 Strat at home, so I'd probably take that over the bass, just because you kind of strum a guitar and have a little sing along. It's very hard to get that creative with a bass sometimes, so I'd probably take a guitar rather than a bass.